calendar going the wrong way. Anyhow, great to see you joining me today. Thank you for being part of our little morning gathering here, talking about, what is it really like when we start to really understand, that we'll never have it all figured out. I know for me, I really do sometimes struggle with wanting to figure it out, wanting to know all the reasons. Why exactly did this person do that? Knowing all the reasons why. Why did this event happen? Wanting to know all the reasons why. Wanting to know. Well, like with all things spiritual, right? There's a good side and a bad side to that. The good side of that is that, yeah, that's a good mental exercise to think through. I mean, if we hurt someone, we want to be thinking about what we're thinking. If we want to have compassion, we have to be thinking about maybe how they see it. That's all well and good. But I think it can really start to get off track when we start to confuse faith and certainty. That we can with certainty know exactly what other people are thinking, exactly what's going on. We can understand exactly what God is trying to do in every situation. And it gets a little crazy. And then we can get into this view of faith that my faith has to be this complete sort of like bunker. I don't know if that's the right word, but just this absolute 100% certified, guaranteed, know it for sure, no questions, no problems. And that's the kind of faith we're supposed to get to. And that's not it at all. I mean, faith is the eye of the heart. Faith comes from love. Faith is directly connected to love. It's much more open than that. And the problem is that when we allow our faith to just get more and more confused with certainty, we think we can get it all figured out. We think that faith will be this time when we have no doubts or wonders or questions. That's where it'll be. That just isn't how it's going to work. And most of the time, what I have found to be true is people who do subscribe to that kind of faith actually are a bit of a pain, if I could dare say that, because they quote unquote know. They know exactly how you should live. They know exactly how other people should live. They know exactly what the will of God is. They know exactly what church you should involve yourself in, which no doubt is the church they are currently involved in, because they're certain that it's the one. It just doesn't work well. It just gets us more and more narrow. Now, does that mean that there aren't times where we can have certainty of belief? Absolutely. I really feel absolutely confident in saying there's God, saying there's heaven, saying there's angels. Am I absolutely for sure understanding how all those things work? Not a lick. And that sort of can hopefully leave us all open when we can allow that kind of space. So I want to read for you a line here, and this is from the book Secrets of Heaven. And it's talking about how, like, even with angels, like there's still this period of doubt. When we fail, in other words, when we face a temptation and we give into it, when we fail, we continue to doubt and sink into pessimism. So we're trying to work at something, we work at it, we sort of blow it again. It's just like, pessimism reigns. Big surprise there, right? When we win, and here's when we were faced with some temptation, we make the right choice, and not even necessarily faced with the right with the temptation, but just that time where we made the right choice. We stopped and helped that person at the side of the road. We did this or we did that, or we said the right thing, we did the right thing, as God gave us to see it, obviously. We still have doubts, but those of us who allow hope to set us on our feet remain optimistic. Boy, I love that line. Allow hope to set us on our feet. So there's two things here. One is this intellectual side that, we're still going to not be 100% for sure. Was it the right thing? Was it the wrong thing? Did I bada? Very little things in life are like uncategorically beautiful and perfect and easy and well thought out and no problem. And so we'll still have doubts. We'll still have those wondering, like, oh, again, did I do the right thing? Oh, wonder how God's showing up here. Oh, I'm not even so sure that God's in this moment. Whatever that doubt might be for you. You'll still have that, even if you are doing the right thing, winning, quote unquote. But the trick is not to look at those doubts. The trick is to allow hope to set you on your feet. Beautiful line. So here we have the doubts. Many of them are going to be unanswerable. But over here, but what I can choose is because this is heaven's will, that to allow a hopefulness that will set me on my feet. And that hope is this, and it's a beautiful quote. Miroslav Volf say it all the time. That hope is not that we'll go back and have a time where we all figure it out. That hope really is that love indeed stretches into the future. We just know that. That's what all hope is based on, that love stretches into the future, and how powerful that is. So friends, the takeaway for today is this, pretty darn simple, is when we take a look at our lives, remember that, doubts are always going to be part of the package. Understanding it, as one of my dear friends, Locke Brown, said, is always the booby prize. We endeavor to do that, but it's a fool's errand. We'll never fully understand. We can try, but we'll never do that. So instead of putting all our energy into getting all the answers, probably most of which will never come, let's allow hope to reign, and allow hope to kind of put us back onto our feet, a hope that is love stretching into the future. So friends, I hope that makes a lot of sense to you, and I hope it leads you to having a great day. And what we're going to do now we're going to shift gears, and we're going to come in for a gentle landing. We're going to listen to Prayer Bell, do a little meditation, little prayer, little blessing. So with that, dear friends, let's get a little breath and listen to the Prayer Bell. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends. Well, listen, wishing you all of God's blessings. I'm not going to be taking comments on Facebook Live because I have to dash off to a set of meetings here. But wishing you all the very best, and we'll see you again tomorrow on 10 Minutes of Morning.